Bonjour y'all, I'm Amanda. Today I'm going to show you 10 moves to help increase your mobility. Let's get going. So the first thing we're going to do is I've got a stick here, and you can get this is actually from a broom, grab a broomstick, anything like that. We're going to take it and place it behind our head, holding on here. All right, from here you're just going to drop one elbow to the side, come around. And this is going to help increase your shoulder mobility. Basically just doing around the worlds with your shoulders. And make sure you do it both ways. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, we're still with this bar, placing it on our neck, just like if you're doing a barbell squat. And you're gonna hinge at the hips, and you're gonna twist. And you're gonna feel this in your shoulders. I have shoulder tightness because I've had surgery on both my shoulders. And for each of these, you're going to go 30 seconds or so on them. Make sure you're doing both sides. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to put the stick down. And we're going to do walkouts. And this is going to help your hamstrings. So you're going to hinge at the hip. Place your hands on the floor and walk your hands out to a high plank. Slightly bend the knees and walk back. Standing up and doing it again. And this just is going to increase the mobility in your hamstrings, allowing you to move your quads and everything better. All right. The next one we're going to do, I'm going to grab a seat for. Give me a second and I'll be right back. All right, so we're back. I'm seated. We're going to do figure four. I've done this in several other videos. So you're just going to take one leg, crossing the ankle over the knee. And you're going to slightly put pressure on the knee, not too much, just a little. And then you're also going to pull it up so the knee is kind of pointing towards the ceiling. And push back down and back up. Down and back up. Switching sides, same thing. Slight pressure, pull back up. And this is increasing the mobility in the hip joint. A lot of times when we do this stretch, it's for sciatic pain. This pulling up of the knee and pushing that down is making that joint more mobile. Okay, while we're seated, we're going to work the knee joint just a little. So we're going to have our feet flat on the floor, knees bent at 90 degrees, and we're going to lift one knee, straighten, hold for 3 to 5 seconds, bend the knee, and replace it down. Up, straighten, hold, bend, and set it back down. You're going to do that about 10 times, switching, going to the other side. Up, straighten, bend, down. And the knee joint, there's not a whole lot we can do to strengthen the knee itself. It's more of the area around it. So working your quads and your calves and all the little tendons that go up around the knee. That's the best way to strengthen the knee. And this is good to do if you don't have a lot of mobility with doing weighted squats. This gives you a good workout with your quads without doing heavy weighted squats. All right, so the next thing we're going to do while I'm seated, I'm going to go ahead and do it now, is neck rotations. So we're going to think of taking our nose up and making a small circle. In each rotation, we're going to increase the size of that circle. Okay, and as we get larger circles, we're going to slow the speed down. And now your chin should come all the way to your chest. And once you've gotten that circle as large as you can, we're going to stop and reverse the motion. down. And now you're gonna make that circle smaller and smaller until you come to the midpoint. All right, I'm gonna get rid of the stool. Give me just a second, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I'm on my mat. We're gonna do cat-cows. Cat-cows are great for your thoracic spine. So we're gonna come into a tabletop position. All right, and on your inhale, you're gonna drop your belly towards the mat, your chest is gonna open. And on your exhale, you're reversing the motion, you're rounding the back, chin comes to chest. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine. Again, for each of these moves, you're gonna do about 30 seconds on each one. All right, so the next one we're gonna do, I'm still on my mat. We're still gonna come to tabletop position, okay? And from here, we're gonna work our arms, our hips, our abs. We're just going to come from a tabletop and we're gonna push our hips back towards our heels, allowing the chest to fall towards the mat. And come back up to tabletop. All right, I've got two more for you. We're still on the floor. The first one is a 90-90. And what that means is I'm going to take one knee in front of me and it's bent 90. The other one is going towards the back and it's also at 90. All right, so we're sitting here, and if my right knee is in front, I'm gonna take my right arm and I'm gonna twist. And I'm gonna lay forward. Now, if you can't lay all the way forward, get a block or a pillow or something to put under you to allow you to get some range of motion without falling so deep that you hurt, okay? And you can hold this for about 30 seconds. And then we're going to switch sides. So my left knee is coming to the front and my right's going behind. And I'm going to take my left arm, cross over, and hinge forward. Okay. And the last one I have for you, we're just going to stay on the mat. We're going to lean back. We're going to take arms out into a T. Knees are bent. And we're going to do windshield wipers. So what that means is I'm just going to let my knees fall to the floor on each side without letting my shoulder come up off the floor. Now, if when you do this, you can only get here before your shoulder comes up, that's fine. That's where you need to be. So let my knees fall, come up, and fall to the other side. And if you want to increase the intensity of this, you can straighten your legs and let them fall to the side. This is a lot more ab work. It's a lot more flexibility within your shoulders because you're having to maintain that shoulder on the floor. Okay, so I have showed you 10 exercises for mobility, and we want to make sure that we're doing these because having mobility in your joints helps increase the strength of your muscles. It decreases the risk of injury. So a lot of times people think of mobility exercises as great for athletes, but they are great for everyone from athletes to seniors, people with mobility issues themselves, and everyday people. We want to make sure that the mobility is moving so we reduce our risk of injury and we keep our muscles flexible, lean, and toned. So as always, if you've learned anything, make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time on Wellness for Everybody.